Sitting here with the living legend himself.
I like the living part.
That's the best part of it. That's all we want to do. Getting old is the goal.
Yeah, man.
Too Short's in the building.
What's up, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. What's going on with you, man?
I'm still rapping. I named my first album Don't Stop Rapping.
Yeah.
And I'm still rapping.
Yeah, if for those that ain't get a chance to go see it, go see his Instagram. Your commercial tripped me out. Because, you know, I was there from the beginning watching this. So watching you, I was like, wait, that's not a picture? How'd he do that?
I done AI Young Short back to life.
Bruh, the skin tone, everything. I said, how'd he do that? That didn't trip you out?
Robots, man.
Bruh, who would have thought?
But I'm trying to be creative with it and not like too over the top.
Right.
Just player, man. They asked me about the texture of the videos, and I'm like, I don't know if you understand what it means to be player, but make sure that all the content is player. Just and they're like, well, what is player? Well, if you're looking at it and you're thinking that's not player,
then it's probably not.
Yeah.
Right? Did like these kids you talking to making this stuff?
Yeah, everybody's like from the new generation, you know, the what do they call them? The Zers, the Z's.
Yeah, whatever.
The Z's.
When we get to our age, I'm like, what are you? X, go. Just make the damn video.
You're good at what you do, yeah.
Yeah.
Creativity is the main goal.
Now the new album, the rap style is like original day one short.
Okay, I'm on a mission. I've explained this a little bit, but there's a mission. So I've pretty much followed the hip hop industry really closely. Not to the T of every artist, but I follow the trends. I go to clubs and see how the body's moving, what songs the DJs are playing, and I kind of know the forecast, how it's going. I watch the OGs. They all played their cards and came out with these amazing projects and stuff, and I respect all the OGs that's keeping it going. But I was like, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'm really not feeling like trying to fit into what is hip hop supposed to be right now. What is it supposed to be? What's the hot thing? I need a song banging. I need to get in rotation.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'm just finna like make like some music that I think Too Short fans would like. And I've really wanted it to sound vintage retro and not like old songs that I found from the 90s, but I wanted to sound like right now, 2025, I'm trying to make an old ass Too Short song on purpose. Like,
right.
So that was my goal. But at the same time, I know as soon as I do that, they like, oh, that's the OG, that's Short Dog Dope album. It comes and goes. So I got with Lil Jon. It just all happened organically and ended up making a whole entire album with Lil Jon production. So I'm like, that album is a little more, it's reminiscent of the songs like Shake That Monkey and Blow the Whistle and the times where I was getting with Lil Jon later in my career. And we did a whole project of that. So it's got a lot of high energy, a lot of, when Lil Jon produces, he's not really satisfied if it's not sounding like it's hit worthy.
Yeah.
If it's not hot. So it's more of a high energy thing. That's part 2. So Sir Too Short part 1 is Freaky Tales.
Right.
Part 2, which is also motivated by the movie, inspired by the movie. Part 2 is the all Lil Jon production. And then when you finally say, damn, that's Too Short, damn near 60, still talking all this shit about you pimping and doing all that, man, and, like the complainers.
Yeah.
And then part 3 is more of a, like songs like The Ghetto, Life is Too Short, Getting It, and I'm more being a little more mature, introspective about how I feel about society and the state of the world and whatnot. So it's a 3-part series, and when you get to the end, you're supposed to say, I really like the production because my music is always funky, and then you're supposed to say, damn, the OG's still kind of flowing. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Not to just give you a come and go album or Lil Jon Too Short back together, but literally a full scope of a songwriter, an artist who's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. Now, it was a myth, or maybe I heard it in an interview before. You had, I think it was an album called Bit. And after that, you wanted to do your conscious album. And never got to it.
Which album was it? It was the what was the name of that album? The one that got looking like I'm eating the girl on the cover.
Oh, wonderful.
You Nasty.
Right, okay.
It was a You Nasty album, and a lot of things were happening in the industry where explicit songs were no longer hidden in the closet. They were like the single.
Yeah.
And you would do a clean version for the radio. That wasn't acceptable prior to like Death Row and stuff like that.
Right.
It was send us the clean song with good subjects and you could put that dirty stuff on your album.
Right.
So a lot of my old dirty songs never were videos, never were singles. Big records. So they came to me, President Jive Records, and he was like, now's a really good time. You should just make a really dirty, Too Short album, like really just explicit. Like he was like trying to hype me up, like you're the one who got these other rappers doing it,
Nice.
and you know it's marketable.
Yeah.
So I was like, because all my albums up to that point had a really good balance of sexual X-rated songs, but then socially conscious songs, and a mixture of just not just being pimping Too Short, but I always gave you these other kind of songs, yeah. And the balance of it to me was the magic of Too Short. That some of the earlier albums, the first 5 songs would be clean, and then the next 5 would be dirty. And they said, make this complete dirty album. And I'm like, well, I'm knowing the Too Short thing. You got to have the balance. I was like, well, if I give you a completely dirty album, then I want to do a completely album of just conscious songs. And they were like, cool, deal. And we did it. We did that song, the album You Nasty. It's a really explicit cover. It's one of the only, of all my 20-something albums, I probably didn't creatively conceive maybe like 2 or 3 album covers. That's one of the ones. Cocktails, that's not my idea.
Really?
With the chicks and the champagne, the martini glasses with the snakes and shit and all that. That was not me. I was at the photo shoot. Yeah, real snakes and shit. I'm like,
fuck that.
Weird, really weird naked bras and snakes and shit. This is, I got them eyes, man. I'm like, this really looks wicked, guys.
Right.
This is, snakes and naked. But that one was also not my idea. It was like one chick was a model, but the other chick was like a real ass porn star, and it was just busted open on camera. We had a butt naked photo shoot, but
it was like Players Magazine.
Yeah, it was that time. King Mag, whatever magazine.
King Mag.
It was that time in life.
Yeah.
And it did good. It did good. Promo, You Nasty, Too Short. I think we had a little explicit little magazine, little mini mag that went out for promo. It was a good look. But we got to the part where it's like, let's do the conscious album. Not a good time. Let's wait to the next one. All right, give them another album. Let's do the conscious album. Not really it's not really, they would not do it. There's another thing they wouldn't do that they should have did in our prime. Me and E40 always wanted to make an album together.
Yes.
They wouldn't do it. They just wouldn't do it. Jive Records, I can tell you some more stuff too. Like I literally was, you remember Lil Jon made From the Window to the Wall?
Yeah.
That was his breakout music, like really broke out big.
Right.
Prior to that, I was pretty much involved with all the Lil Jon projects. I was, he was like, we were crew. We went on tour together. I took him on tour with me.
Yeah.
I was on his first songs, Couldn't Be a Better Player, and Be a Beer. This is his first songs that went out there.
Yeah, classics.
And he got a deal because of our relationship with how his music was getting out there. He got a deal with TVT Records.
Right.
And stood on his own, but it was just that movement, that motion that got him there. And he was like, well, when I do my next project, I want you on at least 7 or 8 of the songs. So, because Lil Jon East Side Boys, but then at that time, I was so much a part of his movement that he's like, I need you on the album. So I was going to be like damn near like the featured MC on whatever came out next.
Right.
TVT goes to Jive and say, we want to give you guys 75 cents for every album we sell to Lil Jon, so Too Short could be on these 8 songs.
Right.
And they were like, nah, that's not enough. So TVT said, we'll give you $1, a free $1 to Jive Records, just to borrow me.
Yeah.
And they turned him down. They were like, oh, he's too big or something. And then in a flash, it just switched from Lil Jon being the little homie to the big homie. And I'm sitting there like, it's all love. It was nothing but love. But I'm the only one, because John is flying high. Jive Records don't give a F. I'm the only one going, y'all just gonna make me miss the train? Like, for real? So they always, in my eyes, they always kept playing these chess game moves of not letting you just win, man. And we winning on getting money, but you see 40 broke up out of there
right
after a while. And I wrote it out till about 2007. And I was like, man, I can't hang with y'all no more. And when the last straw with them was Shake That Monkey and Blow the Whistle. They just really never promoted those singles, big records when they came out.
No way.
And I was self-promoting. I was using my relationships with people like you to go out and trade off favors. I'm like, what night you got the club? I do every Thursday. Well, shit, I'll come in on Thursday for free.
Yeah.
And just give me some spins. I was making the records live just because I could.
Yeah.
But yeah, the president of Jive came to me one day, probably at a Grammy party, a BET event or something, BET Awards or something. And he was like, man, I just always wanted to just tell you I was sorry, man. I really didn't see it. But he was talking about Shake That Monkey and Blow the Whistle. He's like, I just didn't see it. I didn't know it was going to be that big. And I'm like, bro, like when Blow the Whistle came out, we did a promo tour that started in San Diego and ended up in Seattle. We went up the West Coast, maybe stopped in 5 or 6 cities, 7 cities. And they were like, okay, we're going to pick up the Midwest leg of the thing and then go down south. They just canceled it.
No way.
Never lifted another finger to promote the record. And, you know, man, I'm very self-sustainable. I come from an independent background, so I don't fold easily like a lot of artists who are signed to majors when they come up against that opposition of the machine, the corporate machine, and it's breaking down on them and not working right. They don't know what to do. But in my case, I have a lot of relationships out there where I can just go out there and make stuff happen. So once I got off Jive, man, January 2008, January 1st, 2008, whatever the contract ended, I will never ever sign with a major label.
Ever again.
I would never even recommend that anybody do it. Just, you know, major labels will blow you up.
Right.
But it never seems to have a happy ending.
You're a legend. You've been doing it all these years. What is the worst part of it? Because you were there from the beginning, them just not liking rap, to them signing rap, to them loving rap, to them like, was there ever a good period in this?
It's an ugly industry, man, but at the same time, you know, it's a give and take, brother. The benefits are great. You know, the work hours, wonderful. The you know, depending on how you feel about the traveling, it could be, you know, good or bad, but just the satisfaction of the love that you get back from the fan base. Yeah. And when you're doing it for a really long time, it becomes like a family thing because, you know, you're on 1 or 2 albums and they love you. They, you know, love, it come and go. You break up, whatever, you fall off. Yeah. They remember that 1 year. It's reminiscent. They was in high school, college, whatever. But when you do it for a long time, you're like, my parents turned me on to your music and I just turned my kids on to your music. And that's where I'm at. And it's like that satisfaction is bigger than any obstacles you have to go through to get there, you know. And major labels, man, I really feel like I have a really good things to say about Jive Records in my career.
Right.
But it got to a point where it was, you know, the last 3 or 4 years on the label where I just feel like somebody over there was like, let's just kill his career.
Damn.
And I think they do that to a lot of artists. And I'm not talking about Jive Records. I'm talking about major labels. They will lose interest in you. They will sign you like first time boyfriend, girlfriend love. And then they'll lose interest after a couple albums.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, you don't love me, I don't love you. Let's break up. And they're like, nope. And they just,
I gotta keep you here.
They just put you on the shelf. They want the budgets freeze, the phone calls stop getting answered, and you just sit on the shelf. You can reach out and find out how many artists experience that. A lot of them. And then you, the fan, you like, man, I love so-and-so artists. Man, when they gonna drop something new? But you don't know they over there fighting the battle of their life.
Yeah.
Because the label is just playing that time game, which if they freeze you for about 2 years, it just dwindles, man. 2 to 3 years.
You can't get that back.
Yeah, you can't get the momentum back. It's done. So, yeah, I mean, I love the fact of having the independent background to fall to. Yeah. And as an artist, if you organically work your career up to a level where major labels want you, and you do that through some sort of independent ways of using the internet or whatever, you know, streaming, whatever you do to get popular, just remember your fan base, man. Just remember your foundation of if you get into trouble with a major label and get into a friction with them. Yeah. You know, like Simmons just said he's going through that, man. He had a little friction with the label, had to break free, and you know, it kills your momentum. And the fans are going, what are you doing? Come on, bruh. Yeah. But you like, I'm over here fighting corporate.
Y'all don't understand.
Corporate write that check. It's that check they write, and you brag about it. The check being with all them zeros, but that check is the reason why you can't get up out of there.
Terrible. Here's a question.
It's good and bad.
How do you for so long, you get waves, huge waves. They bounce back hard. Is it a recipe, or are you even going, damn, wow, this happened again?
I believe in the music though. I'm a funk master, funky music, and I've always like had this little smile on my face watching all the other artists try to figure it out.
Yeah.
And they from album to album and look to look and era to era. And I'm like, bro, I could tell all you the cheat code. It's just funky music. Like if the music is funky, you pretty much could go anywhere with the vocals if you got a good cadence.
Yeah.
But, you know, subjects and stuff like that. But if the foundation of the funky music is there, because all music that's really good is not funky. Mm-hmm. It's many styles of tempos out there that we love. Mm-hmm. But I know this one little genre of music that comes from James Brown, George Clinton, Bootsy Collins, and everybody who subscribed to the next generation of James Brown funk back in the 70s and how it evolved.
Yeah.
I know that. Always sounds good. So funky music, that's the secret, bro. Like if I just keep doing it. Okay, I'm gonna give you a theory that you can understand outside of music. So let's just say you're trying to get laid and it hasn't been working.
Right.
And all you're gonna do is keep trying. You're gonna keep trying. You're like, I don't want no ugly chick. I want a hot chick. Every time you go to a hot chick, she's like, I'm not messing with you. Bro, just keep going.
Right.
Every time you shoot your shot, that's me making another song. Y'all don't like that one? Shoot my shot. Make another one. You don't like that one? And next thing you know, you got you a dime piece, bro, because you kept getting at them. And
this can't work for everyone.
I mean, I make a lot of songs, and you got your favorites and your not favorites, but I just make a lot of music, man, a lot of funky music. And at some point in time, you catch another wave, man.
But you don't get like you get huge waves. All my life, a Too Short. You understand? You got like a song for like every other, not even a decade, every 5 years of my life. You put out a record that is huger than anything I've ever heard in my life.
I also have a rap style that can't be outdated because I'm rapping about the game,
right?
And I'm just rapping about a player. Too Short is not necessarily me. Too Short is this ultimate player, like James Bond could keep being in a new movie with the same character with a different actor.
Yeah.
Too Short is that character that if I rap about him, he resonates with people. Like, he's been around. I can't age Too Short and be like, oh yeah, come on, young mama, give me that bath water. No, Too Short, he's the same young player, same OG player, same whatever, just the same player he always been. And it's in the lyrics, it's in the music, bro. It's not to where I feel like I gotta wake up at 4:44 in the morning and get retrospective about life and family and write it. This is my Jay-Z reference.
Right.
Just get all, grown and intellectual and passing down the game of young passers of rites of passage or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, blow me. Put some humor in it, put some funk to it, a lot of bass. And, I keep it real simple. It's pretty much been the same flow. I altered a little bit, but it's pretty much been the same flow since the 80s.
Right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, game spitters. That's what E40 calls us, game spitter. You spitting game, you don't age out. As a game spitter. If I was like dancing Too Short, shout out to my man Hammer, because he got the clip going around like
still going.
60-something-year-old Hammer, he getting it, man. But some of our other OG dancers,
they can't get it. Knees ain't agreeing. If all rappers wish they had a blow the whistle, right? Mm-hmm. What's a record you wish you had? What's one that you hear? Like, we all know what that is. What's one you hear and you go, God damn, I wish I had that one.
Well, timeless music is a thing that has no formula.
Yeah.
Timeless.
It can either be rap. What's a record that you wish you had?
I'm just thinking, man, because I love the category of timeless music. It's not really talked about a lot, where a timeless song might not even be a hit when it comes out. It might just be an album cut, but then it lasts as the album goes away. It lasts, and it just lasts throughout history. It's a lot of songs, man. All those songs, like you be in a black club and they'll put on Journey or something. Everybody starts singing the lyrics like, how do you guys even know this song? It's from the 70s, 80s. Yeah. But it's just those songs, man. I can't think of one that I would name, but those songs that they never sound old. And, you know, we've crowned half of Mac Dre's catalog to timeless out here in the Bay. And when I go other places, they've slipping on Dre songs way outside the Bay. You know, for real, feeling myself. And it's just a hit record that you play on the radio. It gets rotation for a whole summer. Hottest song may not be timeless. It may sound good the next summer, but then the third, fourth summer is like, it's gone.
It's a trivia question. Like, remember that song? I remember.
Yeah, so I just don't know what the ingredients of timeless are. I know that producers like Jermaine Dupri have come to me and asked me, what did y'all do that day when y'all made Blow the Whistle? What are the ingredients? What's in there? Very few sounds. Nothing. There's nothing special. It might be these musical notes too that are like hypnotic.
Yeah.
And they like heal you in a certain way. And I might be making a lot of songs in that key, unconsciously. But
do people understand you really know music?
No, people do not know. I produce.
They think you just be talking, but you really know music.
Yeah, I produce most of the Too Short songs. Even when I'm not the producer, I'm in there producing.
Yeah.
Like I'm in there pushing the buttons and twisting the knobs and making it sound the way I want it to sound. No, I've made a lot of beats in my career. And I was in the elementary school band as well as the high school marching band. And I know music. So I think that is another cheat code of mine. But I really do feel like there are these magical frequencies. And somewhere in a lot of my basic production, I'm hitting those frequencies. And it makes people feel good.
Yeah.
It just really does. And a lot of music I listen to is too complicated. And I might like it or not, but it's just too complicated.
Right.
A lot of rappers I'm into.
Break down complicated. I know what mine is. What is complicated to you?
It would be let's see. Okay. Genius complicated is Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
It just takes a lot of thought pattern to get his cadences and the points he makes in songs. It seems like he does research. You know what I mean? Like real research.
Yeah.
It takes you like 3 listenings to get the meaning, and it's like it's well thought out from a genius standpoint. And he infuses it together with his producers to sound good.
Yeah.
But then you have some people that could do a version of that, and you just scratching your head like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, I'm listening to you flowing.
Right.
Like, killer flow. I have no idea what you just said. I did not get the meaning of what you just said. I heard you rhyme. I heard a clever metaphor. I actually kind of like the beat. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, you're not spitting any game, and you're not telling me a story. You're not even going from bar 1 to bar 16 does not bring home a point. It doesn't end. It's just rhymes. So I'm like, you in there oohing and eyeing at your results of your song, but you ain't really made an impact on the listener. So we hear these songs. Okay, what's the difference between an artist that grinds? Really, you love the grind. You like, I love your effort. Or you trying to get your weight up in this game?
Yeah.
And then some little dude slide in who went boom, 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 boom. You like, everybody love him.
You like,
what is the difference? Like, this in 11th grade last year.
The kid it is. Can we groove along with it? And with me, it ain't got to be super complicated or not. If we can sing along to it.
I don't know what those ingredients are. I do it, but I don't.
How? You have a call and response every record.
I have techniques that
Are you knowingly putting the call and response in there, or we just catch them?
Oh, no, I do it in my show. I definitely make my songs for a sing-along thing.
Yeah.
And I think about the listener. Okay, this is how I write songs. I write every song for one person. I'm talking to you and I'm rapping just for this one person, male or female. I call it, in my mind when I'm writing, I call it the Too Short fan. And I'm like, when I'm finished, I'm like, I wonder if the Too Short fan will like this one. I listen to it, I'm like, I got to make some chant like, nah, Too Short fan wouldn't like that.
Right.
And I keep that one person in mind. A lot of my songs, I'm like, nah, man, you something. I'm talking to one person. Because I feel like if I do that, the one person who's listening, it feels like I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
They feel it the same way. Like, man, you was talking to me on that song, man, like the song like Getting It. Getting It is talking to one person. I'm telling you, get up. the alarm clock's going off. Get up and go out in the world and hustle.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's how I write songs. So I think, keeping it simple, making your point in your songs. I do a lot of little subtle melodic stuff with my voice. It's very hypnotic, bro. Like, I even read a lot of books on hypnosis. Like it's a part of my game. I don't want to spill too much on the radio, but even with my approach to women and stuff like that, I'm slightly using some of my hypnosis techniques, not to like snap you out of it and be like, do what I said, but no, it's just like some reeling people in, like some subtle things you do just with your voice and your movements, and it's some pimp shit.
I see. Deep too. And still rapping. It's out. Run up there and get it. Where you can get all this he's been talking about on there. Then come volume 2. Then volume 3.
Yeah. And I might do a farewell album next year.
Man, look. Bruh.
Next year I'm turning 60.
My man.
He like, don't say farewell. Don't retire. Don't retire.
Again. Come on, bruh. Some rappers have the most albums. So you have the most retirements.
So exactly. If I do a farewell album, it's not going to be a retirement. It's going to be, this is my last studio album. From here on, it's features, it's verses, it's singles, and it's, I might even do the Mount Westmore, but I'm not going to do another Too Short studio album. I'm done, man.
Do you enjoy doing this to us? You have a song that starts off with, "This is the last album." 20
years ago. Yeah.
Like, when you think this, what do you think? Like, is it funny?
I get to a point where I'm like, okay, body of work is what we all end up with.
Right.
I love some of our classic artists that we love. They got this 8, 9, 10, 11, 7 album body of work that we love.
Okay.
Satisfied. I don't know how many studio albums Rick James has, or Stevie Wonder, or, Whitney Houston, or just somebody you name. It's a body of work, and it's amazing. I got a lot of body in that work, man.
But you have some that come after retirements. Think about this. You retired, came back.
The next one would be specific. It would be the farewell album, the last studio playing album, and I'm going to stand up on it. But it's not going to be the last single or the last song or the last new thing. Just the last studio album, that's all.
All right. And then what about a studio album by yourself? Because what if Mount Rushmore wants to get back together?
Yeah, I'm in on the group. I'm in on collabs. As I said, features. I'm there, videos. I'm around, but I'm definitely gonna do shows.
Right.
And I'm trying to extend this hip hop thing to hopefully when I get to my 60s, I can keep adding to the how long can an MC keep going.
Right.
I love it when I see Ice-T on stage. Ice-T is doing body count, and he's doing Ice-T, and he's doing shows, and he's on TV, and I'm like, he is. What you wish you could be, young rapper. You wish you could be on a TV show for 30 years and still do shows with your rock band and with you and your rap DJ. You wish. So, I want to be a part of that narrative of Front Row 40, still out and active, still doing shows, still twinkle toes with his, Fred Flintstone dances and stuff, and the Fat Joes, man, just to, I'm even keeping tabs with KRS-One, super active. I feel like, because they tried to put me in a bet, who got more albums, Too Short or KRS-One. I was like, don't put me in that bet, because KRS-One got about 30 albums.
That's weird. Some we didn't even know he came out with. You're like, damn, I got to put that one out.
Yeah, so don't put me in that argument. I just respect the hustle and the voice and just the OGs who are in position to rock a crowd, be inspirational, teach, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As well as be an example for a young rapper, man, a young artist. Like, what is longevity? What's the benefits of it? I don't want to be an old-ass rapper, gotta wake up. I want to get money, bro. I want to be an old-ass rapper. You definitely want to be an old-ass rapper if you can.
Yeah.
You don't want to be expired. Expiration, I've seen the faces of expired rappers.
Right.
It ain't happy.
When I call you a living legend, this is like a real thing I feel. I feel that between the Kings, yourself, Fody, Hammer, I don't think anyone would ever go higher than y'all.
In time.
No, I don't see it. I see y'all are the pinnacle. it would have to be after. You have those, they do the rankings. Mm-hmm. I think it had to be after y'all. I don't think it ever happened.
You got the Kobe, Michael Jordan, and those before, the Magic Johnson, the bar, the NBA bar. LeBron and Steph, they pulling up on the bar. They
won't get the top of it. And that's what you guys are up there. I don't think they could get how with what records,
but to have a measurement of where I need to get to is motivation,
right?
And I really am trying to, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the points, because LeBron, it took him a long time to get them points.
Right,
he got Kareem, and I feel like somebody could do it, but I was old enough to see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out there, not in full, shape to run up and down that court, but still run them numbers up.
Right. And
LeBron and Steph are old, man, for basketball players. Not old in terms of me and them,
right,
but for basketball. Mm. And they are producing at a high level. I do believe that someone will get in that hip-hop gym and do their hip-hop push-ups and stay in shape long enough to become an E40 or a Too Short type of career. Somebody from the Bay will do it, and when they do it, they will be looking at, as LeBron is looking at Magic and Kobe and Jordan, they will be looking at what did E40 and them do when they was 40? What they do when they was 50? You know what I'm saying? I ran that already. I ran that decade. I was a rapper at 14 years old. Mm-hmm. I was very successful at 16. I was platinum at 26. Mm-hmm. I was an OG at 36. Mm-hmm. I was clubbing out of my mind at 46. And I was having a little baby at 56. I'm just saying, bro,
do you hear the GOAT status right there? Ain't nobody topping none of that.
So I think that someone will be motivated, and I trust and believe that, just like you use the word wave, I am not Too Short's career is not one wave.
Right.
This is multiple waves. I've been sitting on the sideline, they like, it's over for him.
Right.
And I just stay in shape, man. So
what's the most surprising wave?
The surprising wave would be the little kids of today. Little kids who blow the whistle, like grandmas who blow the whistle. This one song is magical. And then, grandma, she'd be like, blow the whistle, my song. And then that player shake that mug. She's like, oh, I like that one too, baby. So it's like the that generational thing is really the part that I like the most. I started a whole new career in 2006. I on Blow the Whistle, I say this is my 16th album, number 16. I retired on album number 10. Yeah. Then I come with a whole new wave on album number 16. And it just rides, man. So right now, this wave that I'm trying to jump on right now is the extended wave of, damn, did he really do this from his 50s and going into his 60s? He did that? And I just want to do that, man. I want to do it in a quality way to where it's not, you don't have to pacify me with your pat on the back going, hey OG, you still doing it, OG? Nah, this shit sound good.
Yeah.
And I don't want, my main goal is for somebody, just like you said, nobody's going to reach it. Yeah. My main goal is for somebody to try to catch up with E40 and Too Short. Try to get close. Try to pass it up. Try to have that kind of career. We're talking about a 30-year career of success, of no, little to no failures. And
stay with me on this. Who's one of the greatest rappers, or give me one of your greatest groups in rap history that you like?
I would have to go with the my Southern boys, Ghetto Boys, Outkast, UGK. Those are, MJG and 8 Ball. I just like that Southern swang.
Most of those is 5-10-year runs.
Yeah, but it's good. That's a good body of work.
Yeah, you got 30.
Great body of work. NWA, 2 albums, great body of work.
5 years.
Yeah.
Even the greats ain't nobody.
We're talking the same thing in the athletic world.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest athletes, ballers come out and they're out of there 5, 6, 7 years later. But here you go at LeBron and Steph.
Yeah. And
they just keep playing forever. There's a few that do it, man. You said name your greatest group so you can show me they didn't have long careers.
No. They didn't have long careers. It'd be like the greatest moments of our life.
Public Enemy, man. I just love, most of our recording artists, R&B, hip hop, you don't get 10 albums. Ain't no 10 albums. How many albums does Bone Thugs and Harmony have? Do they have 10? I know they up there, but
big ones that we remember, that I remember, no disrespect, like 3 or 4. I remember 5 maybe.
Yes.
You got 16 joints, brother. You got just take the crown. Go to Guinness Book World Record and run with it.
I made the first 10 albums in like 10, 11 years.
I know.
I dropped an album every year for a long time. My thing was you have to drop an album every year.
Yeah.
You got to buy a new car every year. That's that year.
Yeah.
That's what the OGs told me. They're like, do the year. I'm like, what does that mean? Buy a car every year. You got I just bought a 2025. You got to have that year car every year.
Did you keep the stuff through the years that we all remember?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. I don't have no memorabilia. I wouldn't even. We was, I used to hang out with them gangsters, man.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't even let anybody film us.
Right.
So like you looking at everybody bringing out their retro film. Whoever would have been brave enough to try to get that footage of me would have probably got beat up.
Damn.
By the homies. Like, who's that little with the camera? Turn the camera away from me. Yeah. Like it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
And got a little bit of stuff, but I had a little cousin, man. My cousin Twin. He really wanted to have a camcorder and film. Yeah. Like, Twin, put that camera up, bro. Like, get square ass up out of here with that camera.
And today, what do you think about that?
I was like, me and Twin would have been rich off that footage if I would have just let him film every backstage, every night we out, every behind the scenes video shoot. Yeah.
This is crazy. Too Short's in the house.
Longevity, man. Longevity.
Still rapping is out. Go get it. Now, how long you going to make us wait between each?
The albums will not be any more than 90 to 120 days apart, 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
And you will get the full trilogy before the end of the year.
Okay.
And then we should be in the lab if all goes well. Shout out to my man Ghazi over at Empire. He really wants to make the final album, the farewell album. He wants to make it a big thing.
Yes.
And the Super Bowl will be in San Francisco next year. And Empire is planning on making a real good presentation of something that's going on in the Empire universe. Right, Empire? Yeah, so Empire is going to be very impactful during the Super Bowl, and I just want to be poised to be a part of that movement. And Ghazi, who is really a friend of mine, is assuring me that you're in on the movement.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to now get the farewell album together.
And drop it all by Super Bowl.
And I'm not going to lie to you, I already have like a bunch of songs recorded.
Come on, man.
I got a bunch of songs recorded. I'm just going to sift through the files and put it together. But this album, I kind of want to bring in, and this is Ghazi's ideal, bring in a team and put me with a team and kind of Frankenstein a Too Short album. Like I've never really done that. I did an album, the Pimp Tape. I did an album where I worked with Mr. Fab. Yeah. And I had another retirement. I was done. It was like 2014, 15. I'm like, I'm done.
We did an interview
Fab
that time
was like,
too.
man, forget that. Blah, 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 blah. So Fab talked me into making an album.
Fab went and got all the features and everything.
I was like, you go. Yeah, he took my phone and called people on the phone. And I'm like, well, you go in the studio and just freestyle a bunch of stuff, and then I take what you freestyle and write songs. And we did an album like that. But usually it's just me hammering it out, hitting the lyrics and doing my game spitting. But with Ghazi on this next one, we want to try to put a team together and do a Frankenstein Too Short album. So it could be a good experiment.
But as Too Short the musician, you're really from the era where you had one band, one producer produce the whole thing. Which one feels better to you?
Oh, well, if you could put me in the studio at Ant Banks 24/7 and say you can never make beats with anybody else except Ant Banks, life is good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't need nobody else.
Right.
But, I'm willing to do this next project this way because I haven't done it before.
Right.
I'm like, a lot of people make albums like that. They put a team together. They're in the studio, lyrics coming from here or there, writing it out in the beats and stuff, and they just doing it. A lot of Dr. Dre works like that. It's like a team.
Yeah.
I want to try it. I don't mind. I'm going to tell you why I don't mind. Because if we don't do it that way, probably not going to do it. Like I'm
short. Come on, man. Super Bowl's coming. We here.
These waves wear you out. You ride a wave and then you hit splash.
Yeah.
You know, that's a surfer. You can't catch the waves all day. Sometimes you got to float, bro.
Bro, blow the whistle in Philadelphia in the snow.
It brought it back.
Different. I wasn't ready for that. I was like, oh wow.
I got people from Philadelphia walking up to me thanking me. I'm like, y'all didn't always like me, but it's cool. I like y'all too now.
And now you got the soundtrack of the city.
Like y'all too. That's that longevity, bro. So, you know, and then I'm not even gonna ever exclude the fact that I will unretire a million more times. Like, I have not seen anyone voluntarily retire from hip hop. Hip hop will retire you, but nobody walks away.
Right. And
the few who did, like, we go back to what, Paris, not Paris, France, but Paris the rapper.
Right. I remember, you know.
How many people really just walked away from rap? It's like, I'm done with it. Not a lot.
When you say you, like, the farewells, he retires, what is your thinking? What do you think, like, when we say you retire, I don't want to
work in the studio for endless hours, making sure the song is right. You study the song, you fix every little thing that's wrong with it, you nurture it. It's like kids, man.
Yeah.
Songs are really like children. You gotta feed them, you gotta change diapers, you gotta...
What record of yours you hear now, you still hear something in it that you wish you could fix?
Freaky Tales got 50 mistakes in it.
What do you mean?
I rapped the whole song in one take.
Right.
Like, I had a paper in front of me, I was reading it, but I think I might have punched in on one part and stacked some words. I can show you where I stacked the right words over the wrong words because I really didn't know the do's and don'ts of the studio.
Yeah.
And you can hear me say the two words on top of each other, two different words. But it sounds funky. It's cool. I have a lot of songs where I was supposed to say the rhyme a certain way that I didn't say it that way. I listened back to it. A lot of songs where I mumble the word and don't even say the word right. I just leave it like I don't care. Because I always like the F ups, man. I like the mess ups. I like the fact that it's not perfect. I like that. I think that's what I got from listening to Parliament Funkadelic. You just kind of, you know, you listen to Parliament enough, somebody just hit a one note. What?
Yep.
Make no sense, but it's on the song.
Right.
Love it.
I heard that, man. All right. One I'm out right now. 2 more to go. A mystery, maybe put together the great Mount Westmore might come back?
No, we're not going anywhere.
Coming out. Put that.
Are we going to release it?
Yeah, we're going to put out another album.
The brotherhood is there, man. We just don't know the schedule of it. And I tell you, if Snoop hits 55 and 40 hits 60 and Cube catch up and hit 60, I'll be 60 next year. I'm about to turn 59 in a week.
Yeah.
If they catch up and I see them be like, okay, Snoop's 55 now, y'all. We're going to leak this music out.
Right.
I think Snoop might be, 51 now? 50? He just hit 50?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I might not wait 5 years.
Do it one time.
Hit me up. Tell me leak the album, man. I might leak it, man. I don't know.
Let's do it. Say it loud. Word?
Does he?
Oh.
Brad? Jordan?
Let me figure out how to do it. Wrap this part up and I can bring it back in there.
Put him on speakerphone.
Yeah, bring him by the microphone. He on the phone right now?
Speakerphone him to a mic.
Call him. Do you want to get on?
He calling me? He might be calling you. My phone been going off over here.
Who got a harder band? Too Short of Brad?
What?
Who got a harder band?
He would say his band, but they're too disciplined.
What you mean?
They're too perfect. They play perfect. They rehearse and they play perfect. My guys are from the Bay.
Right.
We just plug up and play. I play with the
What's wrong with having practice? This is
too perfect. Not FaceTime, man. We got to get you and say what's up to Big Von, man.
What's up, sir?
Put him on the mic, though.
Big Von, man. KMEL.
I'm a friend of Chewy Gomez's.
Put him on the mic, though, Short.
All right, we got to do it for somebody else's phone. My phone buzz and ring too much.
He's going to talk to him. We call back.
We're going to hit you on speakerphone, man. Put you up to a microphone. You on the radio live. That's what you on right now. Hey, call it back on speaker. Call it back.
Shit crazy.
They call for Paul phone. Nobody call him.
Wrap it up like this. Brand new album, still rapping.
Put him on his own mic so they can get the
I'm
volume.
gonna do it after because it's gonna be crazy.
All right, hold on. Face, I'm gonna call you right back.
Wait, how is he now?
Face?
Yeah.
How old is he?
Yeah.
Face is probably like 3-4 years younger than me.
Get the out of here.
He
Younger than you?
Scarface? Yeah, he's like 56, maybe 55.
Really?
Yeah.
He was older. Oh, wrap it up. Oh man. Damn, that's crazy.
That's meaning older than him.
Huh?
Game. That's
Yeah, Brad,
one time being older
54, man. He's 54.
Really?
He'll be 55 this year.
I thought he was older.
No, you just thought he looked
Seen
older.
that meme? Fucking Jaheim versus Jaheim at 40 versus.
Yeah. Looking back.
That shit, man.
Album's out, still rapping, shorts in the building.
Still macking. Don't stop rapping. P.I. till I D.I.
Do you have old rap books you can go dabble back in to make this?
Do I have old raps, like written rhymes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of rhymes. Like I have a lot of rhymes that have never been released. Like rhymes that it's like the rhyme bank.
Right.
And I could just search through my phone or go through an old cardboard box and just, if I go through the written rhymes that are on paper,
Yeah.
I have a technique where I put a line through every rhyme that's ever been recorded.
Oh, word.
So if I go through my old papers and there's a lot of lines that aren't crossed out, I know they never been on anything. There's some crazy stuff I wrote back in the day that I'm like, dang, I could never write anything like this now. Like just the way you would say it.
Yeah.
And it's still relevant, but it's just, I'm like, dang, I could never think of this right now. Like you tap into your own mind and like, I wrote this. So I got a lot of those in the files.
And before we go, we've talked about Mount Westmore. We talked about Mount Rushmore. But who is your Mount Westmore of pimp rap?
Pimp rappers. That's cold because you're not supposed to give a F about another pimp.
Okay, if you was gonna do the pimp super group and we're gonna make a whole album with just talking that talk back and forth, like them sitting at a table giving game back and forth, who would you be?
Well, I would put Doggy Dog on it for the voice because whenever he lets his hair down and he starts talking pimp talk, his career, his image is not really pimping.
Yeah.
But he could turn into a pimp instantly. I would never, ever make a pimp album without Sugar Free. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, he's on the next album, too.
Is he?
Sugar Free's on Volume 2, on a song with me and Lil Jon. We lost Pimp C. He would have to be on there, definitely. But maybe go get a Big Boy from Outkast. When he turns into a pimp, he gets very lyrical with his pimping. And then, I don't know, I'm trying to think of my pimp rappers. Name somebody, because it's very few.
You're number one.
Yeah, Ball and them, they got the flow. They definitely got the flow. I'm trying to think who's a pimp.
Any young pimp rap out there you hear with some game in there?
You know, little homie G Perico, he jumps on the pimp vibe. You know, Drew Down is a solid pimp rapper image wise because he spits game.
Yeah,
and then he definitely has the look for show. Young pimps, Larry June, that would be the final.
There it is. Larry
June would bring it home, and we'll be a group. We have all the generations.
That's tight right there.
Yeah,
make it happen, man. There you go.
I mean, me, Larry, and Sugar Free would be a cold little one-off.
What? Somebody make a call on that.
Exactly.
Shorts in the house, brother. Always love to have you here. Everybody will get the album. Still rapping. Anything you want to say before we ride?
Yeah, man. Just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. It's gonna be a fun ride. I'm definitely in the works of developing like some TV show, like scripted series. Just too short activity, man. I'm not going away. I'm not going anywhere. And
are you gonna do your own biopic?
I've turned down the movie to do the scripted series, so it's in development.
Oh, word.
And hopefully that will lead to another thing. Freaky Tales will lead to another movie deal situation. So I'm grinding, man.
If the incredible movie already came out, Freaky Tales, that would have been your biopic name. What's the next one?
It would be called Don't Fight the Feeling.
Too short here, man. We still got more for you. Stay tuned.
Hello.
Hello.
There he is.
There you go. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing bad.
Doing
Yeah,
bad.
right here. You're doing bad. It's doing good for somebody else.
Word.
Who's that, Toddler?
Yes, it is.
What's up, Todd?
I'm just saying, man. We pretty popular.
Are we really?
They know us, man.
Hey, man, they know you, man. Hey, man, Freaky Tales, bruh.
Hey, Brad, when you was a young rapper, what was your motivation? When you first rap, what'd you really want to happen?
Man, I just wanted to be dope in the neighborhood, man. I just wanted the homies in the neighborhood to respect the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just rock the crowd, right?
That's all I wanted to do was rock the crowd, man, and have people saying, man, that boy Brad, you heard that boy lyrics, man, that boy mean.
Same here. I just wanted to rock the crowd. Like, I'm about to get up this Saturday and rock the crowd. That was the goal.
Yeah.
Shit.
It turned into something in 1987. Is that 1987 Freaky Tales came out?
Yep.
Bruh. So we sitting in front of the duplex where we worked at, right? We had a job.
Yeah, we all had jobs.
Okay. No, we had a job. So we at work, man, and the homie pull up in the Cutlass playing bow, 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 bow. And there was this little dude's voice on that man, sound like he was about 12 years old. I met this girl. I was like, damn, who was that? Her name was Pam. I was like, damn.
Crazy, man.
Nah, on some realness though, man. That was a huge inspiration, man. Let me see. In '87, I was 16 years old, and I heard that, and I was blown away by it. As I was 6 in the morning, as I was F the Police. You know.
They don't know me, you, and Quick really know how to play them instruments though.
They don't know that. But you know what we will do?
What's that?
We would display our whole entire music anthology in the Bay with the function.
We're gonna break out the catalogs.
We're gonna bring out the catalog, but we're gonna bring out the bands. And we're gonna bring out the instruments.
You know what we're gonna do? We about to do a show. No, but you know how we gonna do it?
No.
It's one band.
Right.
And we about to just run through our catalogs, like not one at a time. We're gonna mix it all up.
Really?
Yeah, with the live band.
I was wondering, that's why I asked who band was better, and I was like, who y'all was gonna battle it out.
Yeah, Brad, whose band is better?
I mean,
I'm just saying, like, no, bro. Vaughn really want to know because Quick got some boys he play with. You know, I play with the Oakland boys. You know, the Tony family.
Ooh, it's the battle of the bands.
That's what I was asking. So is it?
I mean, here's the thing. I think each band is gonna better play the artist that they work with's catalog, in my opinion. I don't think that nobody can outplay my band when they're playing my stuff.
I told him your band is too well rehearsed.
No, our band is too. I stick to the script. So however I played it in the studio is how I want to hear it on the stage. I don't want nobody. I don't want no ad lib, and I don't want no playing around. We're gonna play this. We're not gonna ad lib or add nothing. We're gonna play exactly that.
So I be telling my guys to infuse a little bit of the blues into it.
Okay.
Like play the song, but then add the blues to it for the live show. Just like a little bluesy guitar, and then like change the keyboard chords a little bit.
You know, I'm gonna play in your on your set too, right?
It's all good, man.
Especially, I want to play the bass line from the Ghetto.
And I always tell the keyboard and the guitar player, at some point you gotta stop. Don't play forever. You gotta stop so it breaks down like real hip hop.
Yeah.
And then jump back in 4 bars later.
That's called rehearsal.
So this is gonna be. I know people in the Bay saw the Brad Jordan Experience live. So now they'll get a chance to see the function.
Do you tell your drummer? Go ahead.
So you'll see the Brad Jordan Experience times 100.
Yo, you tell your drummer to drop out like on the punchlines and stuff?
Man, my drummer already know what to do. See, we are a vibe, man. This is a vibe, man. It's an entire vibe, man. You know, a lot of people listen to music, man, and they missing it. You got to feel the music. You know, I'm an original funk
guy.
baby too.
Exactly. That's what I just telling them. The funk is our foundation, bro.
Yeah.
It's the cheat code, right?
It's a cheat code.
Like,
So,
if you know what you know.
When's the date of the event?
What is the date?
I don't know. Good question.
June
Tickets,
20th.
It's on June 20th in Oakland.
In Oakland?
In Oakland at the Fox, right?
Oh, the Juneteenth weekend.
And Juneteenth is the day before, yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure we can play? What, Oakland?
Yeah, we got the Fox Theater. It's
Man,
gonna
I
be
am
major.
not going into Oakland with Too Short.
That's the safest Oakland you can go to.
No, I'm just saying. Do you know how wild that's gonna be?
It's
No,
gonna
we
be,
older now. Ain't
man,
nobody
when they
worried
find
about
out
no
me, you,
seniors.
and Quick up in there, then we got some. It's a bunch of people on the show too. Besides, I think Richie Rich, Mr. Fab. It's gonna be a real.
Hey, Bila gonna be in the building.
Yeah, so we got to get the band to at least do a couple songs for them too.
Bila, yeah, and Richie.
Yeah, then both of them boys got some funky songs too.
They do, man. They do. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Hey, Todd, I want to congratulate you on continuing to bring the funk, man. You know, I know you got a project just getting ready to hit, and I respect that.
Yeah, you know.
And look at me. I'm sitting here out riding the sideline, but I think I'm getting ready to pull the old microphone out.
Uh-oh.
That last mic you pulled out was savage, boy.
I think I'm going to yank that mic out one more time, man. Shout out to Rick Rock for making me mad enough to pull that pen back out again.
You been watching him on Instagram making them beats?
Man, that man sent me a beat this morning, man, and made me mad.
Oh, he hit you direct. Yeah, he did. He
made me mad. No, he hit me on my phone and really made me mad. So now I gotta get him.
Gotta get him some beats like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. I know you like the little young homie. You just about to hit 55 later on this year, but you know, I'm on that 5'9" right now. I'm about to hit that 5'9" next Monday.
Damn, Todd.
Yeah, OG, man.
Yeah, you know, OG. So me and Todd been like the closest of friends since I had to be 19 years old. I remember when Bill had stole Todd's room, man, because you know Bill's last name is Shaw too.
Got the same, me and Bushwick Bill got the same last name.
Right.
I get my pimp
so
ass suite.
So he stole Todd's room in New Orleans. Todd had a big old suite, right? And we just was getting started. And the Ghetto Boys, we had little rooms. But man, we walked the Bill room, man, and Bill had
champagne bottle. I opened my room with my kids. Standing in the middle of the room. Yeah, what's up? Get out my room. Richard Shaw and Todd Shaw.
Bruh.
And Todd always been a big brother, man, you know. And his family's always been my family, so.
Yeah, you know you homies when you hang away from the studio, away from after the show, we just hang on a Monday, Tuesday, just doing shit. That's family.
No, Todd, when Todd would come to the city, he stay at my crib, bro.
Yeah.
I be having 6, 7 from Oakland in my house, chilling, playing pool, gambling on the pool table, shooting dice upstairs. Like, we had a blast, man. That's really family.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I do a show in Houston. I'm like, I'm not leaving tomorrow.
Right.
I just stay.
Just stay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful, man. Well, thank you, Mr. Face, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Bay Area, to the Yay area.
Yeah, get ready for the function. The function, that's what it's called, June 20th.
In Oakland.
The function in Oakland, California.
We're going to see you then, bro.
Home of the Rocks. 8 woofers in your trunk, beating down the block. Dope dog. That's that rapping man. I'll holler at y'all, man. All love, y'all.
All right, brother. Good talking to you.
For sure, 1,000.